So good morning to all. Myself, Dr. Venugopal, Assistant Professor from Indian Institute of Plantation Management. Welcome to all. Good morning to dear all. At the outset, I I am delighted to express my gratitude towards our beloved Director, Sir, Professor V.G. Danakumar Garu, IIPMB, and co-coordinator, Dr. Ganeshkumar, and FDP team, who are taking initiation uh, to conduct online 1 week program, FTP program on artificial intelligence and blockchain application for food and agri sector during 24th Jan to 20th of Jan 2022. And I would like to thanks to gratitude to our sponsored partner, Atal Academy, IICT New Delhi. And also I express my gratitude towards Professor Anil D. Sahasrabudhe, Chairperson, IICT New Delhi, and Professor M.P. Punia, Vice Chairperson, IICT New Delhi, and also Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, IICT New Delhi. And also I just gratitude to Professor Ravindra Kumar Soni, Director at Atal Academy. So coming to the IIPM, brief about the IIPM, what IIPM going to be having unique sectoral business school, Indian Institute of Plantation Management, Bengaluru, and autonomous organization of Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Government of India. IIPMB is an inclusive sectoral business school in India, having academic specialization of agribusiness and plantation commodities, food processing and agri-export business management, based on new model, intensive institute industrial interaction, 4Is, with the strong vision to become a global renewed center of excellence in agri-food business, importing research-based management education, training and research and consultancy, contributing to the business and society. And the proposed event aim to enlighten the young minds towards the development of nation through Make India mission in line with the Government of India initiation. Coming for the program objective, to learn the latest concepts of AI, that to especially deep and machine learning and blockchain technology in food and agri sector, to demonstrate the hands-on experience with AI and blockchain software platform, to analyze the case studies of AI blockchain application in food and agri sector. Coming for the resource persons, eminent resource persons, both in academic as and also in industry, most probably majority portion from industry. Dr.B.Venugopal, myself as a coordinator, Dr.C.Ganeshkumar is also co-coordinator from IIPMB, and Dr. Kamal Das, IBM Research, and Mr. Ramji Balabsubramaniam Fazal, and Srivatsa Srinivasarao, Trace X Technologies, and Dhirendra Yadav is from Still Labs Technologies, and Praveen Cropping Technology, and Pradeep Kumar Bisen is from Satsu, and Om Worstre is Source Trace. Shailendra Sen is from Yatrik Technologies, and Professor C. Nachapan is from University of Saxon Business School. Coming for the schedule, as we schedule going to be carried 4 sessions in a day, going to be continued from 24th of Jan to 28th of Jan. Already we shared in WhatsApp group that first and second session going to be handled by the Venugopal, and Dr. Ganeshkumar going to be handled by the introduction to AI and blockchain application for the agri sector. Second, third and fourth section going to be handled by the Kamal Das, IBM Research is going to talk about the soil nutrition mapping using AI ML model and data fusion. And 25th day, first and second session going to be handled by the Mr. Ramji, that is AI use cases application of puzzle agri-tech. And third and fourth session going to be given by the resource person Srivatsa is going to be talk about blockchain use case applications. And 26th, first and second section going to be talk about the Dhirendra Yadav is technology impact on dairy and supply chain. And third and fourth section going to be handled by the Praveen, going to be talk about AI and blockchain use case applications. And 27th going to be talk about the Pradeep Kumar, going to be about satellite data and remote sensing for precision agriculture, and the third and fourth section going to be talk about the home right tray is going to be talk about AI based remote sensing and blockchain application. And last day 28th going to be talked by the Mr. Shailen.
Sir, unmute your mic, sir. Very well, sir.
Now, sir?
Yes, fine.
Okay, sir?
Yeah, now fine, sir. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Previously done, sir, everything?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Now, last session is going to be deal by the Mr. Nacharan, professor, is from talk about the AI and blockchain research topic and project funding opportunities. And as usual, last session we will conduct examination part. Should be qualified, at least you should get it 60% of marks. And of course, attendance is mandatory. Everybody should maintain 80% of attendance accordingly AICT and Atal Academy guidelines. With that, I'm just handovering session to the Professor Ganeshkumar. Sir, session is over to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. One minute, I'll share my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the overview of this FTP and introduction. So this session, I'll be handling what is A and what is blockchain. So remaining section mostly industry person will take care. Mostly,
so please unmute. Yes.
Yeah. Mostly remaining section will be industry person. They will talk about the use cases, mostly how these companies are implementing AI and blockchain in the different agri-tech company. This session mainly we are focusing on basics. Okay, what is artificial intelligence? What are the different use cases? And why we are into artificial intelligence. If you look at this, 5 years before or 10 years before, there is no FTP program on artificial intelligence or blockchain. Suddenly, why it is getting popular? Okay, what is the motivation? What are the drivers are towards this AI and blockchain? We'll discuss that one. Then we'll discuss the interesting use cases. Okay, so I will not go in depth of use cases, just to overview of use cases. But the remaining section maybe to afternoon and day after tomorrow or entire session, the agri-tech company they'll talk about the use cases, how they are implementing in the agri-tech company. So they will give in-depth detail about the use cases. So using this as a faculty member, as a researcher, you can plan your research activity. Okay, so mostly if you look at the AI and blockchain is a feature. So if you want to do research or any kind of consultancy project or article, maybe this kind of input, okay, how the companies are implementing. So accordingly, you can take it forward. Okay, so I'll be covering this session. We'll talk about why suddenly there is a demand for AI and blockchain. Then we'll discuss some of the use cases, applications of AI and blockchain. Then we'll talk about the summary of this entire session. I'll be taking up to 12 o'clock. Okay, we'll try to interact as much as possible. I'll try to ask some question. Just try to interact, so then it will be better. Okay. So about my profile, before starting my session, I'll just introduce myself. So myself, Ganeshkumar, I'm the co-coordinator of this Atal program, Atal FTP program. I received my PhD, MBA, and biotechnology from Pondicherry University. After my PhD, I've joined as a postdoctoral research fellowship in IIM Bangalore, the area of agri-food supply chain, for 2 years. After my postdoctoral fellowship, I joined VIT University, Belur, as a faculty member. I was working there for 2 years. After my studies in VIT, I've joined Indian Institute of Plantation Management, Bangalore, in 2016. I am here almost 5 years. If you look at the last 5 to 6 years, I'm working on this area, and not only in research, I'm teaching also in this area. Based on my experience, I'm sharing my input. So my teaching areas are related to this one, business analytics, operation and supply chain, and research related to AI application. Currently, we are working on how AI is applicable to the farmer producer organization. So it's funded by Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Myself and Venugopal sir is working on this project. Like this, we have consultancy project and other related project on AI application, and also we are working on sustainable operation and agri-food supply chain. So this is my overall profile, and with this I'll start my session. So we start with why we have to learn AI and blockchain as a faculty member, as a research scholar. Why suddenly, if you open FTP program in Atal, or if you see any online program, mostly people are talking about this kind of technology. Even if you go to Coursera, edX, a lot of people are talking about this course. If you look at this 5 year, 10 year before, even during my MBA time, I never heard about blockchain. I heard about AI course. Now any MBA course, if you take anything, they talk about AI course. Why it is suddenly people are talking? Okay, so that's for the first part of my discussion. Then we'll talk about the second part, use case and other thing. Okay, so now so we are into industrial revolution. So there are different industrial revolution will come. Okay, if you look at this, each and every industrial revolution, there are new jobs will come in and some jobs will go up. Okay, any idea we are in which industrial revolution? Any idea from participant? We are into which industrial revolution? First, second, third, or which one? 10th, which industrial revolution? Can you unmute your mic and you can just interact? Any idea? Yeah, Single 12, yeah, 4.0. Any idea what is the first one, second one? Yeah, exactly. Science, sir, and yeah, 4.0. Any idea what is the first one, second one? What is the industrial revolution? So 4.0 mean, I'll tell you what is the revolution. Any idea first, second, what is the key trend? First one is what? What is the technology trend, or what is the key things are differentiating one revolution to another revolution? Any thought? So obviously green industry 1 and 2 is green, and yeah, we'll see invention of wheel. Yeah, we'll see one small video by World Economic Forum, and then we'll discuss. Okay, so this is very, very important. Please understand as a faculty member, as a scholar. So we are into a different industrial revolution now. Okay, so as a faculty member, we have to teach related to this subject which have demand for the market and the economy. Okay, so that students get benefited and the society get benefited. So with this context, we'll discuss now. Okay, so I'll just run this video 1 minute, just 1 minute video. I'll go to I'll share my screen. Yeah, my screen is visible. Audio is fine. Just confirm so that I proceed. Yeah. So if you look at this, we are into 4.0. If you look at the first industrial revolution, is nothing but mechanization. First, they started using machines. That's the first industrial revolution. And second industrial revolution is all about electricity. They started using assembly line, using electricity was into this electric power. Okay, that is the second industrial revolution. Third one is computers and internet, and we are into now cyber physical system. Okay, so this revolution will talk about artificial intelligence and blockchain, IoT, and other technology. Okay, so if you look at this as a faculty member, you will understand the first one is mechanical. Most of the manufacturing happening through hand. Okay, so they started using machine first. That is the first shift in the industry. Second shift is they started using electricity. So we can't imagine the world without electricity now. Okay, so next one is internet and computer. We can't imagine the world without internet and this computers. Okay, now we are into cyber physical systems. Okay, so if you look at these are some of the thought leaders and industry person. They were talking about AI. Okay, we are into cyber physical. One of the key technology of cyber physical, the 4.0 is artificial intelligence and blockchain and IoT. Okay, there are other technology it is there, but these are the key technology, and this is what is prediction by the Sundar Pichai. Similarly, if you look at this person, He is the co-founder of MOOC platform, Coursera, and also is a Stanford professor, Andrew Nick. He was telling artificial intelligence is the new electricity. Okay, as I mentioned, we can't imagine the world without electricity, right? Similarly, in future, we can't imagine the world without AI. Okay, so whatever we are using daily life product, okay, so whatever we are practicing, so yeah, it will become AI product. Okay, so even Facebook are come up with metaverse, some kind of technology. In future, it will not conduct the session in Zoom, something. We'll use some kind of hologram. Okay, maybe my my print, my digital print of my image will come to your place, and individually it will come, and I'll take the session. So that kind of technology is coming in future. So the entire thing, way we are teaching, way we are doing research, way the industry will conduct, way we are doing daily life. Everywhere some kind of blockchain, some kind of AI related technology will be there. Okay. So he was the founder, co-founder, and his name is Andrew Webb. So he's the one of the thought leader in AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, so if you look at this, why we have to learn this industrial revolution? Okay, as a faculty member, a lot of jobs will go up each and every revolution. Okay, some of the new jobs will come in. So if you look at this, now a lot of demand for AI related jobs, blockchain related jobs, IoT related jobs, right? So related to other technology, how to make film, how to make CDs, how to make this kind of technology is gone. So if you train this kind of technology, the student will not get benefited and the industry will not accept. So as a faculty member, we have to understand what is this new technology and how we should teach and how to do research in this area to be relevant to the society and the industry context. Okay. So these are the jobs will be taken by different people. So as a students, we have to train them to come up with a new skill that will be acceptable, that will be their demand for next 10 years, 20 years down the line. Okay, so similarly, mobile phone has taken a lot of the manufacturing product, jobs and technology. Like still it is there, but comparatively it is gone already. Okay, nowadays people used to send postal letter in during festival time. Now people are not sending through WhatsApp and other technology we are sending. So like this, new technology is coming, and we have to focus on these areas. Okay, and if you look at this World Economic Forum, they found these are the skill it is more demand. Okay, for example, data analyst, scientist, AI, machine learning, sales and marketing professional. So whatever the jobs, it is not overtaken by robots and machine learning and AI product. We have to train and we have to do research on this area. Okay, so what are the areas which is already gone at this not popular? We should not do research, or we should not teach that skill to our students. Okay, so that is the major thing we are about this fourth industry revolution. And if you look at this AI, artificial intelligence, it is known in 1950 itself. People know what is artificial intelligence. And if you look at this timeline about artificial intelligence, almost it has come in long back. Okay, long back it has come. So now the problem is why suddenly it is too much demand. Okay, so if you look at this, even though the concept is almost 70-year-old concept, we are in now 2022. But why suddenly there is a demand? Okay, why not 10 years or 20 years back? Even during my MBA time, during my schooling time, I think it's there. Now, new education policy, people are talking about teaching coding skill in school level itself. Okay, so I don't know Python during my MBA time. Now, people in all the engineering college, that will be a compulsory common course for everybody. And if similarly, AI also, everybody want to learn that certification. A lot of institutes are offering certification program and short-term program. Even the ATL, they are giving the emerging areas of AI, blockchain, and other area. Now, the question for you is why there is a sudden demand? Even though this concept owns 1950, why there is a sudden demand of about this concept, and why suddenly there is a demand? Any thought? Did you understand my question? Why suddenly there is a demand? Even though we know this concept 1950 itself. Now, if you look at the last 5 years, even if you look maximum 10 years, only people are talking about this concept. Any idea? If you want, you can unmute or you can type it in the chat window. Accordingly, we can. So it will be interactive, it will be better. So try to be interactive so that it will be good. Any thought? Anybody? Why is so much demand now. Why not 1950, 1960 itself? Any thought?
Sir, this computer technology has been emerged with everyone now, sir.
Yeah, that is there. Penetration is there.
Correct.
What is the key factor? Okay, well, there are other that are also related factors, but what is the key factor? Suddenly A is very important. Why not 30 years, 40 years before? Computer is fine, madam. That is correct. That is also one of the factors. What is the key core of this one?
Business demand, sir.
Business demand.
Data availability, sir.
Yeah, who said, yes, madam. Data, very good. Okay, so if you look at this, one of the key, the digital technique, yeah, one of the key, but others are correct on the digital computer and other thing, business demand, all these things. The main thing is affordable, that all related, but core is what it is data. Okay, so data, if you look at this, data is the new gold. Olden day people talking about oil was the gold. Now people are talking about gold. Okay, now the question is how the data related to artificial intelligence and blockchain related technology. Okay, for example, for creating artificial intelligence, we need data. Okay, so we people are human, right? Humans have natural intelligence through we have natural intelligence through experience. Humans, robots have or machines have artificial intelligence through data. For example, assume that myself people take, I know now what is cat and dog. So ask me in the one month baby or 2 month baby or 6 month old baby, ask which is cat and which is dog, I don't know. Okay, maybe I have to develop my natural intelligence, which is cat and which is dog based on the which one experience from parents, experience from the relatives. Accordingly, I will differentiate. Okay, so similarly, for if you want to develop a artificial intelligence system by robots or some other thing, we have to feed the data. Okay, so that based on the data, robots and machines will develop artificial intelligence. Humans, based on the experience, they develop the artificial intelligence. If you look at this, 1950, we don't have that much data. Okay, that much data is not there to develop a machine. In order to develop a artificial intelligence, we need to need more data. Okay, so now we have a lot of data in the world. That's why this revolution has come. Okay, so in order to develop the artificial intelligence, we need more data. 1950, we don't have that much data. Not only data, other technology like computers, other processing, storage and other things. We'll discuss all these things. Okay, but main core is data availability is not there. Okay, in order to develop the artificial intelligence, we have to have a lot of data, computation power, storage and other thing. Main is data. Okay, similarly, data mean don't think it's only number. Okay, that is the main thing. So data mean not only number, it is including the unstructured data. So normally data is two types, structured data and unstructured data. Structured data means mostly numbers. If you type 5 in your mobile phone or Excel, the structure will be same for everybody. Okay, so if you write, you take your image or type something related to any issues, the way you are writing will be different from your friends. The way your image looks different from your friends. If you look at the image data, text data are come under unstructured data. Okay, so in order to develop the artificial intelligence, we need data. Data means not only numbers, including image data, video data, voice data. Okay, for example, yesterday I was keeping alarm for 7 o'clock. Okay, when I'm using the Google Assistant, I used my voice data. Okay, so the voice data I use. I didn't use numbers or something. Okay, so that kind of data is called unstructured data. So in order to develop artificial intelligence, we need more data. Now we have a lot of data to develop artificial. That's why all the companies, government, everybody fighting for data. The people are talking about Zoom server, people, political issues, data server and other lot of issues. Why the people are fighting for data to develop more and more artificial intelligence product. More artificial product means more revenues we can generate, more business we can generate, all these things. So in order to develop more and more artificial intelligence product, we need more and more data. So even though we know this concept in 1950, we don't have that much data to develop artificial intelligence with the data, using data. Now we have technology and also data is there. That's why now every companies, every organization started using artificial intelligence. Okay. So any idea now among these two types of data, structured and unstructured, how much is structured data, how much is unstructured data in the world? Any idea? Out of 1% of data, how much is structured data, how much is unstructured data? Any thought? 80, 20 or 60-40 or 50-50? How much will be there? Any thought? The world? Any thought? It will be more structured and unstructured data.
More unstructured, it seems.
More they are unstructured. Yeah, that's correct. Exactly. Any thought how much? 90%? Yeah. Unstructured data will be more. Madam else. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. This is a little bit old one. And if you look at this, this is from Oracle. So mostly in the world, 80 to 90% of world data, current data we have is for unstructured data. Unstructured data mean example audio, video, images, text data, PDF file, all these things. So in order to develop artificial intelligence, they'll use all these data. Okay. So now only in the 10 to 20% of the world data is structured data. Okay. So a lot of as a faculty member now we should learn how to use this kind of data for research. Okay, how to use IoT data, how to use image data to do the research. So mostly we are comfortable with Excel, SPSS, and other software to do research on structured data numbers. We collect some questionnaire, we enter into form of numbers, and they will do it in SPSS. But in the industry, mostly they are having this kind of data. There's a lot of scope for research, doing research on this area. So we are working on some kind of using social media data to analyze the sentiment of the product, okay, food product and all. So if you look at the data, we are not using numbers, we are using text, tweets and Flipkart and Amazon, the comments, review comments we are taking. So if you use that kind of data, the industry and the academician will be appreciated compared to the traditional methodology. So you have to work on this area to do research and teach your student how to analyze text data and other data. Even recently, I was teaching a course for our student. I was teaching using Google Colab how to use image data food product to classify and other IoT data. All these things we are teaching. Slowly, we have to update ourselves and teach the student also, and also do research on this area. Okay. And if you look at the entire global, they are spending A. Okay, so if you look at, there was a prediction how A will impact the GDP of the different country. So they are fighting for data to develop new product related to A, and from that they will indirectly they'll get GDP growth. Okay, so if you look at the China and the US are leading, and India also started recently fourth industry revolution center in New Delhi. And digital initiatives, AI-related digital initiative like Digital India, NITI, they come up with some report and they started implementing in different sectors. Okay, there are Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology. They are also focusing on different initiatives of AI and blockchain-related technology. So India also coming, but compared to China and US, we are less. But as a faculty member, we have to train our student and do research on this area to contribute to the relevant research and skill to the society. Okay, and so this is the report come up with NITI National Strategy for Artificial Intelligence. Okay, so I'll record a video, I'll share with you. So whenever you free time, you check this report. Okay, they will talking about how AI we can implement in different sector. One of the sector they are focusing in agriculture. So other sector like healthcare and other thing. One of the key sector they want to implement AI strategy in agriculture. I will discuss all these things. Okay, similarly, they come up with blockchain report also. NITI, they come up with a blockchain report how they are going to implement even for feature our student certificate. They're trying to implement a blockchain code. Okay, so to avoid duplication of certificate and other area they're planning. Agriculture also they're planning, and their other sector, healthcare and other sector also they're focusing. So government also they're focusing on this area, but it was late compared to other countries like China and US. But still we have a lot of scope to implement this technology and blockchain in different areas, particularly agriculture and healthcare. So what is the main issue in agriculture? Why government focusing on one of the key area of blockchain and AI in agriculture? So one of the key issues in agriculture, as per United Nation goal, our during COVID time and other thing, that we need quality food, and also the demand of the food is increasing. There was a prediction 2050 people in the world will be 10 billion. Now currently are more than 7 billion. There will be 10 billion people will be there. We have to increase the production. Not only production, we have to increase the quality of the production. So we need a more output, but input. What is the input? Mean land, water, resources like quality fertilizer and other things, mainly water and land. The water, maybe sometimes we are getting more water, sometimes we are not getting much water, and also the quality of land. Even some lot of people are constructing building in the agriculture land. Lot of issues are there. Okay, so input is coming down, but output we need more. Okay, so that is a major issue in global level. Global level issues of agriculture in India. If you look at these, lot of people are depend on agriculture, and if you look at this, even though we are producing 11% of our global agriculture product, but major people who have malnutrition in the world is from India. Okay, so and also a lot of issues with farmer suicide and other things are there. So if you look at this, these are the key issues, global level and Indian level. Okay, and other issues like there are a lot of food frauds are available. Okay, food fraud and a lot of wastes in the supply chain. So these are the key issues in the agriculture in India and global level. The contamination of food. Okay, so you might have heard about this Nestle issues in the food product. Okay, some kind of issues are there. There are viral in social media and other thing. So there are demand and supply issues also there, and also climate change and other weather related changes also in there. Okay, so if you look at this, these are the major issues. Okay, and even for export, okay, government want to export. For we are working on plantation. Our institute Indian stuff plantation. So we are focusing on export related courses like how to export plantation with coffee, tea, rubber, spices, all these things will come. So one of the issues in plantation crop of cardamom, there was an issue with chemical residual. So they have banned some of the product from India by Saudi Arabia. So these are the issues. Okay, so a lot of issues are in agriculture export and global and local agriculture value chain and wastage. Okay, food safety and other issues are there. Okay, and so if you look at this farmer society, every day almost 28 people are getting suicide in farmers. So mainly because of the income and other productivity issues. Okay, and so these are the some this one, and the major solution for these issues, agriculture issues. Okay, friction between country issues also there. Okay, major issues, whatever the issues we are talking about now, right? The output we need.
Doctor.
Yes. Hello. Indira madam, any doubt? Okay. So we have a lot of issues in agriculture, right? We need more output, but input is less, water and other issues. There are people are moving from different technology like vertical farming and other thing. One of the key technology which is used in this issues is artificial blockchain. We'll discuss this one. Okay, so one of the issues we can solve the issues through this agriculture issue is blockchain and artificial intelligence. We'll discuss that in the today's session. Okay. So if you look at the agriculture, traditionally we started with hand-based agriculture, then we moved to mechanical, then we moved to chemical, we moved to then biochemical. Okay, now the world is moving toward digital agriculture. In Bangalore itself, a lot of agri-tech companies are there, so they are solving different problem in agriculture. So mostly, if you look at our session, mostly it's come by the agri-tech company. So they will be sharing how they are using this AI and blockchain technology, solving the different companies' problem and consumer-related issues they solve. Okay, so the world is now moving toward digital agriculture. So a lot of demand for this kind of agri-tech companies in the world. So when you focus on this kind of research, case studies, and teaching the student how the companies are using, so students also can start some company related to agriculture issues. So through agri-tech company based on blockchain and AI. So government, if you look at the government, they also come up with different apps, okay, technology using blockchain and AI related product. And the government also planning to implement AgriStack. So combining all the data of farmers into one platform and try to use the data for better decision making. better subsidiary and other related decision. But there is some issues are there, but the government is planning this angle. Okay, try to put it in this one. Yeah, madam, that madam was asking, say, madam, the organic farming can go, but people have started slowly, they are doing, but problem is it instantly will not get the income. Organic mean you have to wait some time. Go to the land, you have to convert it to organic. But most of the farmers, they need money immediately. But big people are doing, but mostly Indian farmers are small. They very difficult to know the money issues are there. They want immediate result. But organic farming, it will take some time. Instantly will not get it output and also productivity. So yeah, people are moving slowly, but it has own issues are there. Yeah, so and also demand also very huge. Mostly organic farming are top, focusing on more health conscious customers also. Okay, so it is there, scope is there, but not for rice and other thing. But some of the product they are using. For example, some of the oil, other product is coming out, but majorly they are going for non because of the income and other issues. Okay. And 1 minute, I'll just do 1 minute. Yeah, now we'll look at this. Now I'll share my screen 1 minute. Yeah. So now we'll see what is A. Okay, so why we are learning this one, artificial intelligence, why we are now to artificial intelligence, mainly because of we are into industry 4.0 because of data availability. Okay, data availabilities are more. So now we'll see what is A and what is blockchain. Okay, so if you look at this artificial intelligence, if you look at the any idea whether this watches and so if you look at this watch also automatic, right, and bike also automatic, whether this is artificial intelligence? No. Okay, so it is not an intelligent mission. Okay, if you keep some alarm in the normal clock, that is not artificial intelligence. Okay, normally the output is deterministic. If 1 + 1 = 2 mean it is very deterministic. Okay, so it is a probabilistic output. Okay, for example, it is changed based on the data. The output is changed based on the data. The output is probabilistic, or it is not exact result. Now that is called intelligent mission. So anything contained it, for example, Google Assistants, driverless car. So based on the situation, it will take decisions. Okay, if you use a small lower voice, the output will be different. If you use proper voice, the output will be proper. Okay, for example, what is the capital of the Karnataka? If you ask properly, it will give answer. If you use it in different slang, you will get it a different answer. But if you look at the watches and everything, if you click a button on, it will not change the result based on some this one. So if it is output is deterministic, that is called a non-intelligent. Output is probability. Okay, it will change based on the input. Then it is called intelligent mission. That is called artificial intelligence. Okay. So if you look at the artificial intelligence, there are 3 types. Okay, narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, artificial super intelligence. Okay, there are 3 types of artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Based on the data, and the output is probabilistic. Exact is not 1 + 1 like it will change based on the data. That is called intelligent mission. That is called artificial intelligence product. Okay, so best example for Google Assistants and car. Okay, so if you look at the artificial intelligence, there are 3 types. Okay, artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and artificial super intelligence. Okay, if you look at this, so artificial narrow intelligence means just like solving any one single task of human. That is called narrow intelligence. For example, Alexa, Siri, or anything. Only that the voice related command. Okay, so it is if you're focusing on the artificial intelligence, focusing on specific task of human, that is called narrow intelligence. Okay, and the general intelligence, whatever human can do. Okay, so it is done by robots. For example, competing in sports. Okay, that kind of intelligence is called general intelligence. Okay, and third one is super intelligence. It's like a Terminator kind of movie, or robo in movies, right? So that kind of, it's called super intelligence. So far in the world, we don't have no super intelligence. Only we have most of our 80 to 90% of artificial intelligence product in the world is from narrow intelligence. Okay, now slowly people are developing general intelligence. Okay, sports related games, robots, and other things are coming. That also general intelligence. But there is no something called super intelligence, artificial super, like a Terminator movie kind of robots, which is not there in the world. But only 80 to 90% of the product in the world is solving the specific task of humans. Okay, like chatbots. Okay, like that, small specific activities are automated through AI. Okay, so we are not into super intelligence. We are into now narrow and general intelligence very less. Mostly we are into narrow intelligence. Okay, so if you look at this artificial intelligence, the subdivision of artificial intelligence are machine learning and deep learning. Okay, machine learning, we are using some form of data, statistics, and other things we are using. So if you look at this subpart of artificial intelligence is machine learning. So what machine learning we are using? We are using some kind of data. Okay, so we'll use some data. Based on the data, we are predicting something. Okay, so if you look at the machine learning, there are three types. Okay, so supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning. Please understand, artificial intelligence creating intelligent machine. Okay, so artificial intelligence, how many types are there? Based on the activity, there are three types: narrow intelligence, general intelligence, and super intelligence. So far we know only narrow intelligence, little bit on general intelligence. There is no something called super intelligence. In subdivision of artificial intelligence, we are using machine learning and deep learning. Machine learning means we are using some kind of data. Based on the data, we are going to classify. Okay, so the machine learning classification based on the data, input, output, there are three types: supervised machine learning, unsupervised machine learning, another one is reinforcement machine learning. Okay, we'll see one by one. So supervised machine learning means there will be a target. Okay, for example, I was mentioning, right? So if I want to classify which one is cat and dog. Okay, what is my target? To differentiate which is cat and dog, right? So that is called target. If the target is there, that is called supervised machine. So what is the input? Input will be the images of different images of cat, different images of dog. So based on this, I have to classify which is cat and dog. Okay, that is called which one? Supervised machine learning. So if the target is there, that is called supervised machine learning. For example, I want to predict the quality of the wine. Okay, so based on the chemical properties of the wine, so I want to predict which one is good wine and which one is bad wine. Okay, I have target bad wine and good wine. Okay, based on the chemical properties of the wine. Okay, temperature, pH level, all these things. So when there is target variable, that is called supervised machine learning. When there is no target variable, only grouping. For example, if we give 100 images of cats and dogs, I want to group how many images are cat and how many images are dog. Okay, I'm not predicting which is cat and dog. I'm just grouping into which one is cat and dog. Okay, that is called unsupervised machine learning. For example, Amazon recommendation system. Okay, we recommend which product to which people. They'll use some kind of cluster. Okay, so that is come under unsupervised machine learning. What the difference between supervised and unsupervised? Supervised machine learning target. Normally in academic we call it as a different variable. Okay, industry they call it as a target variable. Unsupervised machine learning, there is no target. Okay, only we have to group. Okay, grouping the sample or grouping the respondent. Okay, that is called which one? Unsupervised machine learning. Okay, reinforcement learning, it is for creating robots. Okay, creating games. Okay, all these things they're using reinforcement learning. Okay, so supervised machine learning for prediction. Okay, unsupervised machine learning is for grouping, and reinforcement learning is mainly used for robots, developing robots. Okay, physical robots. Nowadays people are using as a server in the restaurant server, they're using robots. Okay, so for that they use reinforcement learning, and for games like online games, online lottery, all these things they're using reinforcement learning. Okay, again supervised machine learning, there are two types: Okay, classification based and regression based. Okay, that I'm not going. So if you look at this reinforcement learning, mean there will be a developing robots. Okay, normally they call it agent. Agent mean robot brain. Environment, for example, they will use some kind of action and reward. Okay, they will train the robot. So robot is going properly. Okay, for example, I'm training on developing on robot. Ask him to walk properly. So if walk properly, with suddenly some obstacles or some wall is coming in front of this. If a robot is going straight, mean it will get some kind of punishment. If it is moving, if a wall is there, mean it's right side or left side, correct direction, it will get some reward. Reward and punishment is nothing but some kind of coding only. Okay, so based on this, they'll develop the robots. Okay, that is called which one? Reinforcement learning. So in IIP, we're trying to tie up with the Indian Institute of Science. We are trying to develop some robots for climbing coconut tree. So there are a lot of shortage in the Kerala to climbing coconut trees. So we are already some machines are there. We're trying to develop some kind of robots to climb the tree. So for that, we are not using supervised or unsupervised machine learning. We are trying to use reinforcement learning. Okay. So for that, we are using different algorithms. Okay, so if you look at this is the types of machine learning: supervised, again classification, regression. So these are the different techniques. Okay, and regression, these are the techniques. So if you look at the target variable is metric data, then it's called regression based. Metric data, for example, if you want to predict the price of the wine, price is the numbers, right? Up to 20 rupees, 30 rupees, or 100 rupees. So if it is a target variable is metric data, then we can go regression based supervised machine learning. When the target variable is category variable. For example, yes or no question. I want to classify low price and high price of the product. Okay, if you look at this, I'm not using numbers, only using yes or no, high price, low price. Okay, then the target variable is grouping, then you can go for classification. Target variable is metric variable, then you can go for regression. So mostly this will use for prediction. Okay, prediction purpose. This will be used for grouping purpose. This will be used for training robots and games and other things. These are the algorithms used by the reinforcement learning. Okay, so some part of artificial intelligence is machine learning. Another one is deep learning. Okay, so machine learning, another one is deep learning. So deep learning also will use data. Okay, but only thing the algorithm is developed. The coding is developed based on the concept of neural network, neurons. Okay, human brains of neurons, right? Receptor, synapse and other things. So human brain have a lot of neurons, right? Based on that model, then algorithms are developed. Okay, that is called which one? Deep learning. Okay, so the deep learning, the algorithm based on the neural network. Okay, so human brain, the concept they are using. Okay, that is called deep learning using the concept of neural network. Okay, what is the difference between neural network and deep learning and machine learning? Machine learning also use data, deep learning also use data. Only difference is machine learning means we can interpretation will be easy. So the computation power is less needed and data also very less needed. But deep learning, what is happening inside the neural network, we don't know. Interpretation of the output is very difficult and we need more data for deep learning and also more computation power and other things. But currently nowadays, most of the companies, and I was interacting with some of my friends in the industry, mostly artificial intelligence directly they are going for deep learning compared to machine learning, because the deep learning giving a better accuracy result. The accuracy, the prediction is better than machine learning, but main disadvantage is more computation power and more data, and the interpretation of the result. What is happening inside the neural network is very difficult to understand. Okay, it's like a black box. But advantage of deep learning is the accuracy we are getting more. Okay, most of the nowadays companies, big analytics company and other consultancy company, mostly AI project, they are going with deep learning because they are getting more prediction, accurate prediction when compared to machine learning algorithm. What is machine learning algorithm? These are the algorithm, linear regression, decision tree, all these things. So compared to this one, they are getting better result in the deep learning. Okay. So this is like input mean independent variable. So hidden layer output, we are getting more accurate result in the deep learning. That's why all the companies are focusing on deep learning. Okay, so these are the some of the techniques of deep learning. Deep convolutional neural network, they mostly used for image data. These are the other types of deep learning. So if you take any AA project, this is the process. Okay, if you take any AA project, this is the process. If you take any agri-tech company, you want to implement any AA project or block AA project, they will follow this process. Okay, first business understanding and data collection, data source and pipeline. They using either IoT or directly extracting data from. They will not use somebody questionnaire or something. So directly they connect from web scraping or something. And they, after collecting data, they'll do some cleaning process. Okay, deep learning or machine learning project, they clean the data. So almost 80, not 80, 30 to 40% of AA project, mostly they'll spend the time on data cleaning. The data quality issues very issue. So whenever you want to cook anything, first after buying a vegetable or rice, you have to clean, right? Similarly, input here is a data. So yeah, before applying to the deep learning or machine learning, you have to clean the data. So that is very, very important. So once clean the data, then they'll do modeling. Modeling in a deep learning modeling or machine learning, supervised and supervised reinforcement learning. They'll do some kind of feature engineering. Okay, and missing values. Okay, outliers, all the things they'll do, and they develop the model. So normally they call it train and testing data. They divide the entire sample into two parts. And one part they'll use for developing model, another part they'll use for testing the model. Then they'll go for deployment. Deployment means developing app or website. Okay, using a Flask or AWS platform to develop the final product. Again, they will implement to the customer. So after some time, they will test it. Okay, so if the result are getting less accuracy, again they will collect the data. And again they'll do the process. So this is the entire life cycle of AA project. Okay, AA project. So this is the process. First, they will understand the business. For example, I want to predict the quality of wine. Okay, so quality of wine. So if you look at this, quality mean yes or no, right? So yes mean good quality, no mean bad quality. Input will be the properties or the chemical properties of the wine, pH and other things. So they will collect from different sources, from IoT or temperature, manufacturing data. There's some kind of machine they'll use collect the data. So after collecting the data, they'll check the quality of is there any kind of issues. They clean the data. Then they'll divide the data into two parts: testing and training. Then they will deploy. Once you develop the model, they develop some app, mobile app or website. Okay, again after some time, again they'll check the accuracy of the model. If it is accuracy is coming down, again they'll collect the data, again they clean up the model, and again they implement. So this is the entire process of AA project. Okay, so all these things they'll do it. Okay, so we'll see one small video how AA used in agriculture sector. Maybe 5 videos. Then I'll go to the blockchain. Okay, so far we've discussed why we are into AA now, and also we discussed what is AA, what are the different types of AA, what are some type of AA, machine learning and deep learning, what is machine learning, what is deep learning, and we have discussed what the overall process of AA project. Now we'll see some one small video about 5 minutes video how AA technology used in the agriculture products. Okay, so then we'll go to blockchain. So this session is focused on introduction, only just introduction. I'm not going in depth of any use cases. So that will be done by the different companies. Okay, so we'll see one small video how precision agriculture AA used in the agriculture.
Every company will be a tech company in the future, and data will be the fuel that powers this revolution.
Precision agriculture is a method in which farmers optimize inputs such as water and fertilizer to enhance productivity, quality, and yield. The term also involves minimizing pests and diseases through spatially targeted application of precise amount of pesticides.
It means that you will deal with parts of your field in an appropriate way, in different ways, because these different parts of the field, they are different. The soil may be different a little bit, the sun which is being received by that field, part of the field may be different, the slope may be different. So there is varying factors varying across a particular parcel. Taking those into account in order to maximize the crop, taking ecological factors into account.
So what exactly is precision agriculture and how is it different from traditional farming?
The traditional agriculture where everything has started, this is actually from experience handed over. Technology has also improved, so they started with animals in the beginning, they built up machines, tractors and so on. And then they realized, okay, if I'm more precise on planting, harvesting, fertilizing, then I actually get also more out of my fields. And this is exactly the difference where the precision makes the difference in the efficiency or in the productivity of a farm. And this is where precision agriculture is actually only a driver or measure another level of productivity in agriculture.
Precision farming is a farming management concept based on observing and responding to intra-field variations. It relies on new technologies like satellite imagery, GPS, information technology, and other geospatial tools. Let's try and understand this better. Suppose you have 20 hectares and you are getting 100 tons per hectare of yield. A remote sensing image of your field shows the difference between the yield in various parts of the same ground. Areas marked in red show the yield of 20 ton per hectare, while areas marked in blue show yield of 120 ton per hectare, a difference of 100 tons. Or in other words, not optimizing yield from these 100 tons is leading to loss in productivity. Observing variability in crop is the first step of precision agriculture process. Evaluating all this information together can give you a better understanding of the causes of variability in your farm. Depending on evaluation, you can manage your crop better. Sensors in field measure the moisture content and temperature of the soil and surrounding air. Satellites and robotic drones provide farmers with real-time images of individual plants. Information from those images can be processed and integrated with sensors and other data to yield guidance for immediate and future decisions, such as precisely what fields to water and when or where to plant a particular crop. For example, it can give you an idea if you need to apply a particular mineral or fertilizer in one area of your land rather than using it in the entire farm, thus saving your money, resource and time. Geospatial science has a major role to play in securing both food and nutritional security in agricultural systems. Geospatial technologies such as GPS, GNSS, remote sensing and drones play an important role in precise location of problems, optimizing resources and maximizing yield.
This is higher precision GNSS, which actually only enables a 1 to 2 centimeter accuracy to really bring this precision also down to the field, to the crops, where they actually need it to get the productivity. On the other component or the other technology that you need is also, of course, also the machine together with the tools that you have in your bag, that they are adjusted and calibrated to each other, because the positions that you measure on the roof, it's not what the farmer is interested in. He is interested in the centimeter on the ground down there. So you have to know what is the distance between these 2 points to make it really precise as an entire thing.
Unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs allow farmers to monitor crop and livestock conditions consistently by air to find problems that would not be visible in ground-level spot checks. An apt example, a farmer can inspect whether his crop is not being properly irrigated through time-lapse.
But we're also seeing increasing growth in agriculture. So that's using different sensors like multispectral sensors to basically fly over the crops and measure the reflectance of the light to see where the crops are healthy and where they're struggling.
Today, mobile apps, smart sensors, drones and cloud computing make precision agriculture possible for farming cooperatives and even small family farms.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me share the screen one more time. Yeah. See, this is some of the videos. If you look at this our session, right? There is a company called Fossil, Cropin, and ShareSure. They are using this kind of technology. So the ShareSure, particularly, they are working with the Andhra Pradesh government on how to give the loans to the farmers based on the satellite image data they are working. Fossil, they are using IoT device in the farmers land. Based on this, they recommend to the farmers when to how much water, how much fertilizer. From this, the farmers can reduce the input and get the more output. They're working with a lot of horticulture product. So Cropin also they implementing blockchain and similar. All other companies also they're working on these areas only. Okay, so they will talk about the company product and how they're implementing in the sessions. Okay, so far we have understand what is AA. Okay, what are the different types and how it is used in some of the areas. We'll some more detail I'll share that part of the presentation. What are the different companies are working in this PA in agriculture and food sector, we'll discuss. Now before that, let me explain what is blockchain. Okay, what is mean by blockchain and what are the different types of blockchain and other things we'll discuss. Okay, so blockchain, there is a prediction. Blockchain is the through precision agriculture can be predict what will be the final yield based on the yes, they can predict what will be the productivity, how much yield will get it, all these things can predict. That is one part of precision agriculture is prediction of the output. That is possible. They will share that company will come from IBM, Cropin, all these things they are doing. You can discuss with them. They will share the better detail, how real time they are doing, they will share it. Okay, now what is blockchain? So if you look at the blockchain, is a next industry, next revolution than internet. So internet has changed a lot of things in the world. How we book the ticket, how we travel, okay, how we watch the TV. Okay, all these things is changed by the internet. And similarly, their prediction blockchain also will change. Okay, so if you look at the internet has solved three things in the world. One is information. So everybody get the information. That is the issue solved by internet, and distribution. So a lot of communication, other things are solved by internet, but internet is not solved two issues. One of the issues is trust and disintermediation. Trust means whatever we see in online, internet and other things, the trust about the information, how we believe about internet things is still the issues. A lot of fake news and other things are coming. That one of the issues in the internet is the trust issue, and another issue is intermediate. Whenever you use internet, whenever you want to book a Ola, when you want to anything, there will be intermediate. There is a Ola, Uber company will be there. They will be aggregating customers and suppliers, car company, car owners and customers. Okay, so the two issues the internet is not solved. One is trust, another one is if you want there will be some intermediate will be there. So that two issues it is not solved by the internet. That two issues will be solved through blockchain. Okay, so that's why people are predicting blockchain will be the next revolution in the world. Okay, and these are some of the use cases. Okay, blockchain, we are money, contract, everything we are using. So blockchain is the world is moving from business to business or business to consumer to peer to peer. For example, car owner or car rental to car pulling, okay, ride sharing. So a lot of people are using this one. There is a blah blah app. Some of my colleagues are using. So there is a peer to peer directly approaching the consumer. There is no intermediate companies or something to take commission or anything. Directly we are going with that particular company. That is called peer to peer network. Okay, so the blockchain will move towards a peer to peer network. So hotel booking, Airbnb, other companies are there. So moving towards house being peer rental. Okay, like this, internet provider like Act and other things they are providing. So we'll be Wi-Fi hotspot. So world is moving towards peer to, but there are some issues are there. That issue will be solved through blockchain. Okay, so now blockchain is what is blockchain? What is block? What is chain? Okay, so this is the technical definition. It's very difficult to understand. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. So two issue name trust and disintermediation. So you see here. Second one is intermediate. Okay, if you want to book a Ola or anything, so you have to go to Ola app and you have to book it. But a car is owned by somebody and you are customers. So that is called a disintermediate. No intermediate means directly peer to peer. That is called intermediate. Yeah. Intermediation. Okay, so if you look at this, it's very difficult to understand definition. We'll take the simple process output. So it's like a ledger. Okay, so if you look at this, blockchain, without blockchain, most of the banks and most of the systems are happen through a centralized system. Centralized means common people are server. The data will be available in one person, and we want access. We have to go to the centralized server and we have to get the data. So issue with the centralized system without blockchain is error will be there. Okay, suddenly they modify anything in centralized data is very difficult to access by other people. Okay, so if you look at this, there are fraud issue and misinterpretation will be there in the centralized system. The blockchain will be is a decentralized system. Decentralized system means all the data will be available with all the parties in the supply chain. Okay, it will be shared. It will be available in all people. Okay, so it is a distributed system. Blockchain is a distributed means the data will be available by not in centralized people. It will be decentralized people, and it will be it will be secured. Okay, it will be secured. You can't edit. Okay, now the question is block. What is block? What is chain? Okay, so they use the concept of called cryptography in the blockchain. Okay, in block mean you assume that is like a block box. Okay, it's not a real physical box, it's an information box. Okay, the concept used in this box is cryptography. Okay, so cryptography means you can't change the detail. Okay, so if you look at the one of the use cases of blockchain is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is application for internet application is online OTT platform, car booking. That is the use cases. Okay, so use cases of blockchain is Bitcoin, but the people are confused with blockchain and Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the use cases. Blockchain is a concept. Like internet is a concept, and the use cases of internet is OTT platform, online car booking, all these things. Right. Similarly, blockchain is a concept. Use cases is Bitcoin. Okay, so there also they use cryptography concept and other thing. And if you look at this, these are some issues are the blockchain related digital currency and issues are there. But if you look at this, blockchain is like this box. Okay, don't think like it's a physical box. It's an information box. It has contained 3 details. Okay, what are 3 details? Data, hash, previous hash. Okay, data mean it may be a data related to transaction. For example, if I am giving money to Venugopal sir, how much I am giving. Okay, that data will be available in the box. Box means information box. Okay, and also it's contained 2 more dimensions. One is hash of current box. Another information hash of previous batch. What is hash mean? It's like a other number. Okay, like a unique number. So that will be applicable for that particular box. Okay, another hash will be that box hash will be not this batch, previous, whatever the previous block, that hash will be there. Okay, for example, I'm giving money to Venugopal. Venugopal sir is giving money to some other faculty. Okay, so each transaction will be recorded as one box. Okay, so so it is contained what is the information, how much money is given, and also unique number of that particular box. Another also unique number of the previous box. What is the related box? That unique number also will be there. So that entire chain. Okay, the entire chain is called blockchain. Okay, if you look at this, this is the block, right? So this is the hash for this box. Okay, so information is this confirmation. So there is no previous box, so it will be no previous action not be there. But second box information also will be there. Current box action, this one. So previous one is nothing but a previous box. Okay, same number will be there. Okay, here it will be information and current box hash unique number, and also previous number will be there. Suddenly anybody want to change this one, he has to change the previous box also. So and also it will, if we change only over one person blockchain, but in the same detail will be available for all the people. For example, in network 10 people available pin, all the information will be available in all the people. Somebody want to crack anything or want to change the detail, they can change the detail only 1% or 2%. It's very difficult to change the detail of all the entire network. Okay, if the entire network also be changed, it's very difficult. Okay, so that is the uniqueness of blockchain. Okay, for example, if this is the process, so block of previous one. So this is the entire link of this information is called blockchain. Okay, so suddenly if I change this one, I can predict. So the current one, it is not matching with the previous one. So it is not only one person can check, all other network people can check it. Okay, that is called peer-to-peer network. Using this, the blockchain will be very secured, Whatever the information available in blockchain, somewhat the trust will be there compared to internet-based technology information or anything. The blockchain now, the trust and the intermediate will not be the mostly it will be managed by peer-to-people. The group of people in the private or public group they will manage. That is the advantage of blockchain. Okay, so the proof of concept will be there. So it is not by one person, the entire group will be authenticate the information. So within 10 minutes, it will be replicated. Anybody change into one network, the entire network will be getting information. Peer-to-peer network. So everybody does this. One person can any kind of hacker or anything. They can one person they can hack, 2%. The entire network hacking is very difficult. That is the beauty of blockchain technology. Okay, so blockchain technology, there are 4 types. Consortium group of people, they'll manage semi-private blockchain, private blockchain, and public blockchain. So private blockchain being used by the different agri-tech companies and they're using. There are public blockchain, semi-private blockchain consortium. So there are 2 companies are coming, TraceX and SourceTrace. They are implementing blockchain for different agriculture product. Okay, from meat and chili, lot of product they're implementing. They will talk about how they're implementing, what is the cost, what is the issue they are facing, all these things they will talk. Okay, so this will be just a concept only I'm talking. They will be talking about use cases. No information overloaded. That will be we have a lot of things, madam. So if you look at this, whatever the data, we can store it in best cost. Same size, we can store it. So olden days, there are issues, are the storage issues and all. Nowadays, we can store huge data with a limited space. So there is a technology, keep on increasing to store more data. If possible, I'll share with you. So limitation of blocks, but it's be secure. Okay, limitation of block, but everybody can have access. Everybody want to everybody related data. So it is the storage cost and a very less one. No issue. Okay, and then other things blockchain. So this is the estimation by the CEO of IBM. They implementing the blockchain in the retail store. I'll talk about in later part. Okay, so agriculture product they're implementing blockchain. So if you look at the food system in India, the olden days in the hunting time, there is a very less product. Okay, but if you look at the after second industrialization, first industrialization, mechanization, food also limited. But if you look at the current industrial revolution, mechanization and electricity and IoT situation, if you go to retail stores, okay, retail store or any kind of online stores, okay. So it was 150,000 product. Now it is more than 50,000 products are available. The question is which one is real and which one is fake. Okay, for that they are using blockchain technology. Not only in food product, they are using for healthcare product also. The people are talking about fake medical product. They are implementing blockchain here. Okay, and so almost estimate 10 to 30% all the medicine in developing countries are counterfeit, that means fake product. Okay, so a lot of issues are put at the healthcare product. So the blockchain will solve the issues. Okay, if you take if you go to Starbucks, if you take any coffee, 1 cup of coffee contain different countries' contributions. Okay, so it has come from the coffee, it come from one country, this one will come from other countries. So each and every product is an international this one. So the blockchain will be used for tracing this, whether really it is coming from this place or not. Okay, so we can use blockchain. And if you look at the this small product, each and every product which is come from different places. So whether it's authenticated or not. Okay, how to understand using blockchain, we can trace it. Okay, for example, what are the issues? Okay, there is an issue, and I think long back in the US, there is something issue E. coli, E. coli issue in one of the leaves in the retail stores. Okay, without blockchain, what happened is there was a 3 death, and it has spread across 26 states. Okay, and 191 cases are affected by E. coli. And if you want to trace this product, they have taken a lot of time. Okay, almost they have taken. This is the one girl died because of this. She has taken the E. coli affected leaves, and she has issues. So because of the issue, they recalled all the product from the retail stores. So it's affected by consumer also, retailer also. Why they are recalled? Because they don't know which retail store has created problem. Okay, and they have taken almost 2 weeks to find out. But actually, it has come from one farm, one production only. Okay, one lot only. But because of this, entire product is wasted. Consumer, farmers, and everybody got it. But only one supplier. So if you implement a blockchain, easily you can trace it where it is affected and which one it is. Manually, if you want to check it, is very difficult. So without blockchain, this is the issue happened. Okay. Similarly, if you look at, there is another company called Peanut Corporation, which is one of the famous company. So here also there is an issue happened in one of the slot. Okay, so no, it's Salmonella, no, bacteria is affected because of this company is shut down. Okay, so if they implemented blockchain or anything, they can trace it properly and they can solve with the issues. So these are some old issues without blockchain has happened. Okay, so how many products are recalled? Almost 3,000 products. It's taken 2 months to rectify the issue. Now the company share, all these things are gone. Okay, so you can check it in Google. Similarly, if you look at this, entire supply chain, we can implement the blockchain. Okay, so blockchain not only for traceability, we can use it for transparency of the product. Okay, and we can avoid the fake product. Okay, all the lot of issues we can solve in the entire supply chain. Whatever product you are using, there is a supply chain will be there. Okay, if you look at your computer also some supply chain will be there. So you might buy from the retail store, retail from where it is manufactured. Manufacturer means they will take it from different supplier. So entire product, whatever you're using, there will be a supply chain will be there. So using blockchain, we can monitor the entire supply chain. So a lot of issues we can solve through blockchain technology. Okay, so there is some company will be talking about blockchain. There is TraceX. Okay, they'll be talking tomorrow afternoon. So they will talk about how they are improving the food safety, improving the product recall, information access, tracking inventory, operational efficiencies, all these things, how they are managing through blockchain, they will talk about. Okay, so they are already implemented with the different product commodity, banana product in Kerala, lot of places they implemented. They will talk about how they use blockchain to solve a lot of supply chain issues. Okay, so the supply chain, if you want to implement supply chain, you should have depth of information. How many people, what level? If you are taking about one potato chips, okay, so who is the manufacturer, who is the farmer, the depth you want, and inside the each player, farmers, what are the details they are giving? That is called breadth of the information. How the precision can exact the information, or where you can get the data. So these are the factors will implement, which impact the traceability and the blockchain technology. But some people will not coordinate. Okay, the coordination issues and why they want to share the detail. So they are without benefit, nobody will share the detail. Cooperations are very important. Trust is very important in the blockchain. So the company will talk about the maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. They will talk about what are the issues they're facing in Indian context. Okay. Okay, so all these things are there, and we'll see one small video how the coffee board. Okay, so we closely work with commodity board, tea board, coffee board, spice board, rubber board, tobacco board, all these things. Let's see how the coffee board project, how they implementing the blockchain technology. We'll see. I'll share the
Monica, I just sent you the email with the client
I'm looking at the
notes.
doc now, but I think it's an older version. Can you send an updated?
Monica, check your messages when you can. There's something important in there.
Welcome to Coffee Board Farmer Connect, India's first blockchain-enabled coffee project, connecting coffee growers and buyers using the power of blockchain, allowing growers to focus on their plantations and maximize production, and to bring in transparency into the price discovery process for their harvest. The grower is provided with a link to register himself in a short and simple one-time step. On gaining access, the farmer can now upload details of his produce and expected pricing on the platform. Roasters, curers, and exporters who have also registered on the platform are able to see the listings put up by the growers, as well as details of the growers. They have a choice to accept or place a counter offer. In the event of a counter offer, the farmer can choose to accept, reject, or counter the same. This enables a real-time price discovery process that is not only transparent, but by the implementation of blockchain, traceable and auditable as well. Once both sides agree to a price and terms of delivery, the transaction is recorded as successfully concluded. With Eka managing the complexity, sit back and enjoy your cup of coffee.
One more video, I'll show it. This will be a better idea about the blockchain.
A coffee maker in under 2 minutes? Think again! Hello there! I am a proud Arabica coffee bean. My journey has been long and I have passed through many hands. Farmers, traders, shippers, insurers. The coffee supply chain has too many stakeholders. Have you ever wondered about my lineage? Did you know it has always been near impossible to track where or how your coffee was made? Until recently, when blockchain technology took over and brought accountability into the supply chain. Today, you can trace your coffee's journey from Brazil, India, or Indonesia from the very beginning. Are you enjoying my story? Let's move on to the next phase and look at the planting process. Miguel, my farmer, although a tad rough, was a great guy. He planted me in the best possible soil, protected me from harsh sunlight, and nourished me with water. He waited patiently until I was strong enough to brave the outside world before replanting me. Replanting took some time, and getting used to my snoring neighbor took even longer. Let's move on to the next phase of my life. Here's where I met Mr. Inspector for the first time. Pulling and twisting my arms and legs, he poked and prodded every bit of me. And recorded all my details, including my type, fertilizers used, farm, and family I came from. And stamped my tamper-proof origin certificate digitally. Then began my happy hours at the spa, or what Miguel calls harvesting and processing. I was plucked, hulled, polished, graded, sorted. Oh, bliss! All these while registration details, crop information such as variety, temperature, and humidity were being recorded. Finally, after getting stamped with a quality certificate, I was sent off to the next phase of my life, transportation. Want to join me in my next phase? Let me warn you, it's a rocky road ahead. The journey began with insurance. I was insured well. In case something happened to me, at least Miguel wouldn't lose his livelihood. Shipping was hard though. I had to say goodbye to many of my brothers before hopping into the sisal bag. After a long journey, I reached the party central, the warehouse. I met so many other coffee beans from across the world and just chilled for a while. While I was partying, blockchain ensured that shippers delivered me to the right address. Miguel got paid in real time, and the importer got his delivery on time. This brings us to the last phase in my journey. You are now very close to your hot, steaming kupa. I took a nice long sauna bath at the perfect temperature to retain my aroma, while the roaster recorded my details. Then, when I winked at you from the supermarket shelf, we both knew it was love at first sight. So, that's my life in a nutshell. It's all because of blockchain that you are sure of the authenticity of my origins. It has brought transparency into this dynamic demand chain. Blockchain ensures that nothing gets in the way of brewing your perfect shot of espresso. Take our trivia test, and when you are done, use the app next to the coffee maker to enjoy your steaming kupa with the goodness of blockchain.
Yeah. This is about the blockchain. So far we have discussed why we are into this AI and blockchain, why is important, why we are talking about that. That's what we have discussed first. Then we have discussed what is AI, all these things. Now we have discussed what is blockchain. So blockchain is a collection of information containing the block. Okay, so not only information about the transaction, it will be different manufacturing detail, certification detail, all these things will be stored. Okay, the uniqueness of it, be huge hashtag will be there that we can't tamper by anybody. You can tamper one or two people, but you can't tamper a entire network. So that is the advantage of blockchain. So that will be because of blockchain, whatever we are getting in the blockchain related data, we can trust will be there, and we can avoid the intermediate. Okay, to believe that somebody decentralized information and other things will be avoided. Okay, so now we are going to the next part of the presentation, use cases. What are the different use cases, how the blockchain and AI used in the agri and food sector. So what are the different problem they solve, we discuss now. Then we'll go to the summary. Okay, so before going to the general use cases, the agri and food sector, general use cases are, these are the use cases, whatever you are using now, Google Assistants, Siri, all these things come under AI use cases. So if you look at the input will be the voice data, output will be the required information. So another one is we are using Google Map, right? If you look at this is also come under AI use cases. So the data will be census data from your mobile phone and the relevant places. Based on this, the output will be supervised machine learning, which is green, which is blue, and which is yellow color. Based on the traffic, it will be. So these are the use cases. And personalized recommendation. If you search something in online, when you open your Flipkart or Amazon, the recommended product will be there. So they also come under machine learning and AI project. So as I mentioned, 30% of revenues are coming from Amazon's are recommendation. So based on they will track your purchase and friend purchase. Based on this, they start recommending. Not only Amazon, any platform-based business model. Okay, Amazon, Swiggy, Zomato, OTT platform, any platform-based business model, the recommendation system and AI is very, very important to recommend unique product to their customers. And similarly, you are getting some mail, that's spam mail. There are three options will be there, promotion, other mail. So how they are differentiating this one, they're using machine learning concept. So based on the keywords in the mail, machine learning algorithm in Gmail, they will differentiate which is the fake mail, which is the promotional mail, all these things. Okay. So online fraud detection. So during that, demonetization, they were using some kind of AI project, machine learning project to find out how the fake currencies are moving. Something they are using. There was some project by IIPMB, so they were doing the machine learning project, machine learning and AI project, and even online transaction in CB and other banking also they are using. So based on the data, if anything abnormal, any abnormal login or anything, based on the predict is a fake transaction. Okay, stock market prediction, and even for image classification of healthcare also they are using. So it is olden days it is done by the physically, but nowadays they are using AI based mission to predict the disease using image data. So automatic translations, all this also using, and virtual reality, auto tagging in Facebook, all these things they are using AI and the machine learning project. Weather prediction in your mobile phone. So that is also part of AI project. And Uber Eats, Tesla car, autonomous car, they are using AI project. Uber, Google ad recommendation, all these things they are using AI project. And even for supply chain, whole supply chain, the IoT sensor they are using. Even if you book a ticket, maybe during before COVID, you book a ticket in red bus, so we can predict where the car is, how much time it will take the particular car to reach you. So how they are predicting based on the sensors in the car and sensors in your mobile phone, how the distance, closely the distance, according to the predict. Even you can use they are using this concept in the Swiggy and Zomato, how much time to reach the product to your place based on your mobile sensor and the delivery boy mobile sensor. What is the distance? Based on they'll calculate using machine learning project. Similarly, they're using for cold chain and other food related also they're using. So there is a company called Molly. They are using automated AI-based kitchen. So if you give ingredient, automatically manufacture based on the AI concept. So if you want, you can just Google it later in YouTube. It will have a lot of videos related to that. Okay. So games also they are using. So mostly these are reinforcement learning. So even some of the cricket also, one of the startup by Anil Kumble, they are using sensors in the bat based on the data. They are giving training to the sportsmen. So they are using us IoT data. So they are using for aviation, education also. Which some of the US-based institute, the tutors, right? The RA research assistant nowadays they're using robots. Okay, and healthcare everywhere they're using AI application, and the music composition and the drawing also they started using AI, and driverless helicopter for firefighting, forest fires they are using AI concept. And there is one game called AlphaGo, another game called IBM Watson that is overtaken by robots. Okay, Alpha Geoparity is one of the game and is overtaken by IBM Watson. And similarly, another toughest game in the world is AlphaGo. It is overtaken by Google Deep Learning. The concept used is reinforcement learning. Okay, so even IBM come up with a debater. Okay, to debate with the public. So these also robots are coming, and even recently we use online exam, AI-based proctoring examination. So that also the camera is based on AI concept. So we are started using and writing. Even justice in China they are using justice court cases also they are using AI concept. And there is a small farmers in Japan. So they were cultivating cucumber. One of the issues they are facing is segregating cucumber based on the size. Based on the size, the price will vary. So they will spend a lot of time to segregate which one is small cucumber, which one is big cucumber. But this sorting issue solved by his son. So he has done some computer science course in Japan. So he has done implemented the computer vision technology, small vision. So if you put the cucumber based on the image, it will classify whether it's a small or big. So based on this, it will be grouped. Okay. So it has group. So it has solved a lot of issues, lot of manual issues. So this is also one use cases of how they're implementing computer vision, AI-based computer vision technology to segregate the food product, the cucumber product. So even agriculture, a lot of robots. Okay, there is a company called Blue River. So they are into robots for cultivation, harvesting machines. Okay, like this they are using. Even there is one company, Stella, how they are using IoT for entire supply chain, tracing entire supply chain. They are implementing the technology. They will discuss all this. Okay, there is something called PalmBit, Microsoft product. So one of the major issue in India is the internet connection in remote places, electricity issues. So for that, they come up with a new product called PalmBit. So using this platform, any small farmer they can implement without internet, without electricity. So they're using television channel network. Something they are coming with a new concept. Okay, the concept is PalmBit. So particularly they're using for Africa and the Indian country where there is no internet and electricity problems are there. Okay, so these are the use cases of how the different companies are using AI and other technology to solve the agriculture problems. So online delivery, they are using some concept, okay, whether census based. So there is one company called Karago, they are analyzing customer behavior based on their census data and predicting the delivery and other things. And sentiment analysis are used by the McDonald's, KFC. So automatically they're predicting this one. And Starbucks also they're using app interaction. Based on this, they'll recommend the different product, different customers based on the past transaction. Okay. So all the lot of use cases are there. If you look at the Indian agriculture, there are a lot of agri-tech companies are there. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are currently more than 450 agri-tech companies are there in Bangalore itself to do a lot of issues, solving a lot of supply chain issues of food and agriculture. So this big company, like the big company in agriculture, like Advanced of John Deere, they are also acquiring the AI-based startups. Okay, they are also entering into agri-tech companies. Okay, the John Deere, they are come up with tractors contain a lot of IoT sensors, automated tractors, and all they are coming. So big companies also entering, and a lot of startup companies also they are related to AI and blockchain in the food and agriculture sector. So these are some of the companies. We have invited also Stella Apps. They are into livestock, okay, dairy supply chain. Satsua, they are into remote sensing based on the satellite image. They are commenting cropping. Some of the companies we invited, for sharing their knowledge how they are solving different agriculture issues. Okay, so a lot of companies are there related to different issues. So these are the other market linkage, there are other companies are there. So we invited a company related to blockchain and AI related concept. Okay, so a lot of, you can check it later, farm tech landscape. So sustainability, there are good agri-tech companies are there. Western sense model, there are agri-tech companies are there. Similarly, food tech also, food delivery, food safety, IoT related, food robotics, these are the companies. Okay, 3D food printing. So these companies are working on natural machines.
Sir,
So a lot of,
am I audible to you?
yes, yes.
Yes, sir. I think it's too fast to grasp. I try to grasp everything, but it is not possible. Can you share this PPT at least later?
Yeah, we are sharing the video, madam. We are sharing the video.
Yeah, I think it's too fast.
Yeah,
I try to grasp everything, but difficult.
Yeah, already with the 10 minutes are there. That's why I'm just going fast. Anyway, I'll share all the recorded video. Initially, you have to understand, madam, that one. Initial.
Yeah. Understand. I understand this, but I couldn't follow this. No.
Okay.
Accordingly, schedule it will go, madam. That's why, sir, last 10 minutes only we have.
Yeah, that's why I'm just. We will share the recorded video with you. Then you can slowly check it, madam. Okay, all these companies, the recorded video will be sharing before end of this session. You can slowly check that video and you can get this.
Thank you.
Okay, these are the issues related to food and other things they are solving. And food tech also, these are the different companies working on different areas, catering. Okay, catering also there. These are the different companies. If you want to do any research on this area, you can check the companies and you can tie up with this company and do some funded project. Okay, all these areas you can target. Okay. Similarly, these are other companies related to food tech. Okay, so now these are the company related to AA and this one. Now we'll talk about some company related to blockchain. Okay, so blockchain, so even they are using for export also. So one of the issue in export is document verification. So they are implementing blockchain in documentation verification to avoid a lot of issues. Okay, that is the one use case. And second one is organic certification. Also, they are using blockchain. Okay, organic certification product. Okay, so if you buy a product, the rice contain organic, how will you believe that is organic or not? So there are some barcodes are available. Based on this, you can trace the product, okay, where it is come. So based on the data given by these customers, the retail stores, we can have some idea. So one use case of blockchain is the implementing in the export documentation, and second one is organic certification. They're implementing blockchain. And if you look at the Walmart, they tie up with the IBM. Okay, IBM is the blockchain service provider. Blockchain is Walmart is a retail company. Okay, so what they have done is they implementing blockchain technology in the Mango. Okay, so if you look at this, so using some barcode, if you go to Walmart, if you buy the Mango packet, there will be some barcodes will be there. Using this barcode, you can trace where it is harvested, what are the different places is went, what is the temperature is maintained, what are the retail store, when it has come, how much time it is taken. All the retail you can get it in a mobile phone itself. There is some like small barcode will be there. Using some mobile app, you can just scan it, and from that you get all the detail, where it is harvested, where it is stored, the entire detail you will get it. Okay, so based on this, you can believe there are a lot of unique mangoes in India is there. So if you want to believe whether it's a real or fake, so using the blockchain technology, you can find out. Okay, so already they're implementing in the Walmart by IBM. Similar concept is already they're implementing in India also. Slowly it is coming. So they will TraceX and source days. They will talk about all the blockchain concept. Okay, so these are the blockchain transparency. All these things will get it. Similarly, these are the other use cases. Government of India, they are focusing. They want to implement land records, pharmaceutical items. Okay, they want to implement blockchain, and also certificate, student certificate, they want to implement blockchain by Indian government. Chip funds also they want to implement, insurance and electronic vehicle battery swapping. So these are the areas they want to, Indian government want to implement blockchain technology, energy trading, organic farming, all the areas they want to implement. For example, already AP, they are implementing blockchain in land records. So they are already implemented through fintech companies. They are implementing the records. Okay, somebody, if you feature any land, they can't create fake document. Using blockchain, who is initial owner, who has taken, all the data will be tracked. So they implemented by AP government. Slowly it is come from the other places also. Similarly, the spice board, by commodity board that tie up with UNDP, they're implementing blockchain in the chili and the cardamom. Okay, for import and export purpose, they're implementing. Similarly, coffee board, as I mentioned, they're implementing blockchain in coffee using, there is a company called Eka platform. There is a agri-tech company, so they're implementing blockchain in coffee. So there is a Arak coffee, some unique places are there. So they're implementing this concept. Similarly, there is one company called Slay Grade. Okay, this is a company. Okay, so if you go to this company to buy this coffee powder, they are giving this kind of barcode. Using this barcode, you can track the where it is cultivated. All these things you can track it. Okay, it is placed in the just check it in the latter in website Slay Coffee. So they're using the barcode. They already implemented Bangalore-based retail stores. They are. So they implemented blockchain here. So from that, customer will get confident. Some people are ready to pay the premium price, but only thing they want to get the trust about the product. Using blockchain, we can get it. So these are the different use cases of blockchain. So 50% of states in India, they have some kind of initiatives in blockchain. For example, Andhra Pradesh, they are working on this area, healthcare. Karnataka, this area they're working. Okay, Kerala, this area. So most of the states are already implementing and started doing blockchain related project with the help of agri-tech and fintech companies. So as a faculty member, as a research scholar, you have to do research on this area. You have to develop teaching content on this area. It will be good for the student and also for society. Okay, so these are some of the state government they collaborated with blockchain public sector projects. Magendra and other areas they're working. So mostly it's very difficult to work individual. You have to do collaborative with the companies or other agencies, particularly AA project and blockchain technology. Because the way the technology and blockchain concept evolving is very difficult to cope up with the technology as a faculty member. So we always have to collaborate and do the combined research. Okay, these are some company Raipur. They are working on blockchain, different areas. And Agri Digital. So these are the other company working on different concept. Like we invited only 2 companies. These are the other companies. Okay, working on blockchain related technology. Agri Ledger. So they are also working. Just slowly you can check this company. Maybe they're not only focusing on agri food. Maybe they'll focus on other areas also. And this is the other company. You can note this company, Dimitra. Okay. Okay, this company they're working on sensors. Okay, for cow traceability, cattle traceability they're working, and they're working for cow. Okay, so identify they're implementing AI and blockchain technology and export documentation. Also, this company working. If you want, you can note down this company. This is one of the Netherlands-based company. They're working on different areas of blockchain. Okay, documentation. Farmer land registration related blockchain technology they're implementing. Okay, and the input fertilizer raw material also they are working with the different fertilizer companies and other things they're working. Crop certification, organic certification. So this is they are into different verticals of blockchain. So these are the different company. Crop insurance, these companies are working. Traceability, this company. Optimization food supply chain, these companies are working. So a lot of companies are there, but concept will be same, but their customers and the use cases will be little bit different. So these are the different companies are working on blockchain, real world use cases. So as I mentioned, blockchain not only used for agri and other use, land registry, supply chain insurance, mobile payment, carbon offset, Lot of use cases will be there. How internet has changed the world, like this blockchain also will change lot of issues, issues, particularly trust and intermediate problem. So other companies, other companies are there. So try to do research on this, and based on this you can implement teaching or new research areas. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you. We have another 2 minutes. So I just summarize what we have learned today. Okay, I have started the session with why we are into fourth industry revolution. Okay, we are into 4.0. This industry revolution, lot of jobs will come in, lot of jobs will go up. Mainly we are into this revolution because of the data. So we have a lot of data now. So in order to develop artificial intelligence, we need more data. Okay, so that's why now everywhere people are talking about artificial intelligence, all these things. So that is the first thing we have discussed. Second one is we have discussed what is AI, what are the different types of AI, what are the different types of ML, what are the different types of deep learning. All these things we have discussed. Again, a blockchain also I given some what is blockchain, what are the different Bitcoin and blockchain we have discussed, and we have discussed some videos also we have saw, and what are the different agri-tech companies and blockchain companies are working on this area, and what are the different issues they solve. I've given the overview. Okay, so we have discussed, and my request is try to I'll share the recorded video. One more time go through. Any further discussion or anything, we'll take it forward. So hereafter I've given only concept. Okay, hereafter other session will focus on the real-time companies, how they are implementing, what are the issues are built. They will talk about the industry perspective. They will not talk about more on theory. They will talk about more on how they are implementing and what are the issues they are facing. So come up with a lot of questions and discuss with industry partners. Okay, so one of the major issues in academic is the relevance to the industry. So try to collaborate with industry and do research, and apply when you're applying some project. Also try to tie up with the industry. So simply applying is very difficult to implement. So through companies we can do a lot of projects. We're trying to do some project now. We are using some blockchain company. We are trying to implement in the Kashmir, how to implement blockchain for the saffron. So we are planning. So there are some issues are there, but we are trying with companies and how we are implementing. It's very difficult to implement as a faculty member. You have to always tie up with some industry partners. Okay. So with this, I'll stop here. These are some of the areas you can work. Agriculture. There are areas like there are a lot of deep learning related areas you can work. Okay, deep learning, Markov chain, correlation. So these are the areas we can do a lot of projects. Okay. And the others, if your retail sector, wherever the white color, light color, there are less techniques are applied. Machine learning and AI technique, you can take it as a feature research. Okay, further detail, you can check this McKinsey Global Institute Analytics report. There is free reports are available. You can get it further detail. Similarly, if you want to do research in any area, any operational area of business in finance and IT, these areas will be good. Okay, dimension reduction, factor analysis, Monte Carlo, these areas we can do a lot of research. Okay, marketing, no need to do this area because already a lot of techniques are applied in this area. So you can focus on this wherever white color, you can focus. Risk related project, you can apply Markovic process, strategy, you can apply reinforcement learning. Okay, so like this, you can do your future research. Okay, using this report. Similarly, these are some of the use cases we are doing related to channel management or marketing budget allocation. You can use audio related data. So there are less projects are available related to audio data to do the marketing budget, risk modeling, audio data is there, task automation, text data, and these areas will be related. So using this as your future research, you can plan your project or a student project in this area. Okay. So blockchain is very important. So people are moving from during COVID, they want a good quality food, and for good quality food, this traceability is very, very important. Okay. So with this, I'll stop. Any question? I'll check the chat window. Any questions? Yeah. Or if you have any WhatsApp group to create, yes, we'll add it. If you have a group is there, you can contact Venugopal sir. Durga madam can contact Venugopal sir. You will add it.
It's already added, sir. Few are I think somewhere missing.
Okay. AI and blockchain are linked. A and blockchain. So A is bigger concept. There also data will be there. Some of the A concept they use in blockchain. So both are related. Attendance. Is there any registration for this FTP? I didn't register yet, but attending the session. You have to attend, register through AACT website, sir. Follow.
See, through portal only you have to register, sir. I think some people, some university, they requested to join.
Okay.
There is one or two we allow.
Blockchain, then who will be the control of entire method? That's what Madam said. That will be private or public blockchain. Private blockchain means you have to the company, whoever the related people, they will maintain. Public level, anybody can do it. Anybody can maintain. Okay. If supply chain. Thank you, madam. Madam, can you please suggest some data set to work? I'll share it, madam. Later session, I'll share it, madam. Some data set. Really interesting. Okay. How blockchain and AI connect? That's what, sir. AI concept, the machine learning algorithm. Some of the algorithm will be used, but mostly some of the concept of AI will be used in blockchain. AI will be developing artificial data. So here also data will be there. The data is the key for both the thing, connecting data. Without data, no blockchain, no AI, no artificial intelligence. Any other question? I think fine. What's the time?
Sir, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
See any other, this is my detail. If you want any further clarification, collaboration, we can do it. If you want, you can note down. And if you want, sorry, if you want to take any kind of this one, sir, photo or something, group photo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will take, sir. We will take, sir. I kindly requesting all participants, can you switch on your video
so that we can take recording the purpose. So you can take group photo or something.
Yes. I kindly requesting all participants, can I have your video, please?
We will upload the document so that we can.
So I would like to request all participants, please.
You can record it, no, sir?
It is recording. Later we can edit it, sir. We will take this. So I would like to request all participants, please, because this file recordings we are going to be updating, uploading to AICT portal. Requesting all participants, please.
I think it was asking how long it will take to implement in agriculture. They're already implementing, sir. A lot of agri-tech companies, they will share already. They will be sharing how they're implementing AI and blockchain. They will be sharing how they're implemented, what are the issues. So they already implemented a lot of technologies. Yes, sir.
So, sir, video is disabled from coordinator, sir.
Pardon?
So I can't able to switch video because it is disabled.
No, it's enabled for everybody, sir.
Enabled everyone, sir.
No, you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. Like that, I'm getting a message.
Okay. What is your name, sir?
Ravi Kumar.
Okay, I'll check it, sir. Okay, fine, sir. You check it now. Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thanks, sir. Sir, I have one more doubt, sir.
Yes, sir. Please, sir.
Is it any blockchain for mango sellers, sir? Mango farmers?
Yeah. It is there, sir. You check with the company, sir. There is two companies are coming, TraceX and Source Trace. So they are implementing blockchain. Not only mango, there are other areas they're implementing. You can check with them, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So thank you, sir. Thank you very much. The session went well, very well, sir. Because why? How?
A little bit I was fast because the content is only the theory
No,
content.
due to time only, sir. That too, we try to fill it. See how you started, how demand of AI, blockchain technology, some food safety at global level you talked, and of course some video regarding the project, how implemented like central government, like Coffee Board, some other ministries also, how they adapted the blockchain technology. That also you just given good presentation, and also you just presented a few cases have taken for AI and also blockchain technology. Really, it's very enriching skills. Hope many people enjoyed it. And I would like request to all the participants, next session will start at 2 o'clock sharp, 2 p.m. Please try to attend on time. You should get more knowledge. So we have more industrial resource persons are available. Try to attend, try to learn, and try to ask questions, try to collaborate, and try to do some research projects, collaborate with the ministries or collaborate with the companies. Hope, I think you enjoyed the session. Please try to maintain the attendance, try to maintain the time, because everything recording we are going to be uploading to the AICT Atal portal. See, that is what your attendance and your examination, everything will just upload to the Atal portal. They will generate the whatever certificates you may get it to your concern email IDs and concern your credentials, logins and password. Thank you, sir. Once again, sir. Afternoon will start at 2 o'clock, sir. Sure.
Yes, at 2 o'clock we'll start, and
yes, sir.
So hereafter the industry sessions, try to come up some questions.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, based on every session, we'll be having some multiple choice questions. So for example,
yes,
my session, there will be a 3 to 4 question multiple choice question. The fifth day, we'll have some MCQ 25 question. So the question is based on the each sessions. So end of today, I'll be sharing the recorded video. If possible, you can go through the recorded video. Based on the section content, you'll have some 3-4 questions.
So every session ending half an hour before only we'll share to your attendance and whatever feedback form in chat box. Please try to fill it. And afternoon session, we will have Kamal Das sir is from IBM Research. Exclusively, we'll have a more exposure about the how mapping using AL and ML models and data. Please try to attend on time. Sir, shall we wind up, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We'll meet at 2 o'clock. You can join with the same link. There is no
same link only. Same. It is
same link and same link on join.
Recurring link only. Thank you.
Share it in WhatsApp group, sir. Feedback form.
No, chat box.
Chat box. Okay.
Yes,
only chat option we are sharing. Because some people there are 150 people are there in the WhatsApp group. Only these people only
90 only.
So feedback everything over attending this session will be shared. Huh?
Okay.
Please check it at chat box.
If you want one more time, you check, sir.
Can we get the attendance link one more time, because it is.
Yeah, one more time.
Now I shared, sir. Please check it, sir.
Okay.
This will wait 5 minutes. We'll fill it. So thank you, sir. Ganesh, sir.
Okay. No, I'm not able to see the chat. Where is that? I'm not able to see.
I shared 1 minute. See now, sir.
Now it is there.
Okay.
Feedback form. Then attendance also you share, sir.
Both sir. Both are. That only.
Everybody got it, no, sir? Feedback form in the chat window.
Yeah, this feedback form is for attendance also. Okay, sir.
Yes.
Same link only.
Yes,
same link.
Okay, sir.
So feedback is same as attendance, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Take your mobile number based on that mobile phone and Gmail.
Ganesh, sir.
Yes, madam.
Yes,
I have a doubt.
Yes, madam.
Sir, you told that some company are working in this mango industry blockchain technology.
Yes, madam.
So here our research group, we are doing some kind of quality checking with the mango project we are doing. Can we continue it?
Yes, madam. Quality is also important, madam. Quality also important, but if you are marketing as an organic product, organic mango, if you are going for higher price, high value product, blockchain also very important. If it is normal, quality important. Quality is general for any product. For high
so
value,
we can continue with our own techniques and.
Yes. That you can do it.
Gopi.
Higher value product, you can implement a blockchain. Higher value product, any organic mango or any kind of unique mangoes, you can implement blockchain.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Okay. Okay, we'll wait for another 2 minutes, 3 minutes. If you have any other clarification, we'll discuss. Else, I'll stop here. We'll end the session. I'll share the recorded video. We'll start again at 2 o'clock. Again, 2 o'clock, 2 to 4 by IBM research. They'll talk about how they use AI and ML for soil nutrition and other areas. We are not sharing the WhatsApp group link, sir. Only Zoom link we are sharing because a lot of people are there. 150 people are there. Everybody will this one. So mainly whoever coming online, we are sharing the attendance link.
Yes, sir. Thank you. But I missed to join in the group. That's why I asked the WhatsApp group links.
No, we are sharing it in the chat window, sir. Are you able to see the chat
window? Okay. Yeah. I got the attendance link, sir. But I have not joined the WhatsApp group. Should I join?
Yeah, please join, sir. WhatsApp group also please join.
The invitation link I am looking for to join the link, sir. Where could I find it? I'm sorry if I have missed.
No, you can take it Venugopal, sir. The number is there.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
You share your number, you will.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, can you get the recording here in chat box?
Which one, sir?
This recording, sir. Can you get
it will
that,
take some
sir?
time, sir. After it of the session.
WhatsApp group will share you, sir.
Because it will take some time
Okay,
to
sir. Thank you
save
very
the
much.
file and you have to upload it. It will take some time, sir. Not now possible. Maybe evening, maybe before 4:30, 5 o'clock, we'll share the WhatsApp. Yeah, we'll share. We'll share.
Thank you very much.
Okay, sir. We'll end the meeting now. We'll meet again at 2 o'clock. Okay, you can same link. Please join on time, and we'll start the session. Okay, then I will end the meeting. We'll meet at 2 o'clock.